Alright guys, so I like to use 6 quarts of the Mobil 1 5w-30 for my 2004 4runner that almost has 300,000 miles. So I like this oil because it's high in zinc and it's great for daily driver cars. So I run 6 quarts. This way it does not have any oil going down in case there's any burn off or anything like that while you're driving around, or any type of oil leaks. So let's go ahead and get started draining the oil on the 4runner. Record some of this.
Record me burning my hand. Damn it.
No swearing.
That ain't first. Exactly.
Yeah, it's coming out fast and thin. You hear that? It's almost like water.
Yeah.
I'm pretty cheap, so I tried out the STP filters just because they're a little cheaper than the Fram, but the thing I don't like about them is they're very hard to get off for some reason. Not sure why. And looks like a normal oil filter to me, but for some reason they're just really hard to get off, so I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the Fram and spend the extra 80 cents or whatever the difference is. Alright, so there's a little drain port. I'm going to stick a bottle under it. This way is when the oil filter's loosened, you can see the oil, when it starts coming out, it'll go down the little drain hole into the bottle and doesn't make a huge mess underneath the car. Pretty nice feature. The Tacoma and the FJ Cruiser also has this same setup, as it runs the same engine as the 4runner.
Where's the new stuff?
New stuff? I was supposed to bring an oil filter. Well, like I said before, I'm switching back to the Fram filter. Gonna pay the extra money and run these again. I know some of you might think this is a cheap, crappy filter, and you're probably right, but this has, actually the next oil change will be 300,000 miles, and it has been running one of these that whole time. So I don't really see the issue with them. I run good oil and I change the oil every 5,000 miles, even though they say you can do it every 7,500. So yeah. And you're always going to want to put some oil on the rubber seal so that it doesn't get stuck on you when you're trying to remove it on the next oil change. And make sure you clean that off of any dirt or debris, and then you can go ahead and start threading on the oil filter. Another nice thing I like about the Fram is you've got that textured kind of rhino light finish. Makes it a little easier to tighten it up on there. And there you go. Now we can go ahead and start putting the oil down in there. Alright, go ahead and pour in the oil. As mentioned before, I run the 5w-30 full synthetic Mobil 1. Run this on all of my daily drivers, including my BMW. It's really good oil, high in zinc, and if that's the one thing to not cheap out on is oil. You might have good experiences with cheaper oil. I haven't in the past, so I just run this in everything. I use 6 quarts of this oil. It's a little bit more than recommended, but I do that in case there's any oil burn off in the next 5,000 miles, because it is a high mileage engine, so just to play it on the safe side. And so I always run 6 quarts in my 4runner.